Get ready to meet the 25 rarest and most spectacular peacocks in the world. From the shimmer of Imperial gold to the mystery of Onyx black, from infinite sky blue to flaming celestial ruby, each bird is a living masterpiece. At the pinnacle, the legendary Last Valley Peacock, valued at $5 million. Majesty, rarity, and myth, all wrapped in feathers that defy imagination. But before we start, subscribe to our channel and leave your like. Now let's begin. Number 1. Peacock of the Last Valley, King of Eternity. They say there are places on Earth where reality bends before perfection. The Last Valley is one such place. Hidden among ancient mountains and rivers reflecting the sky like liquid mirrors, it houses the rarest and most extraordinary peacock ever, the Peacock of the Last Valley. Its appearance is so surreal that early explorers believed they faced a mirage, a being transcending both nature and human imagination. Unlike any known peacock, it combines all qualities of the rarest variants: the metallic shine of electric blue, the intensity of celestial ruby, the depth of onyx black, and the radiance of imperial gold. Each feather is a living tapestry of impossible colors, a mosaic of reflections that shift with light and viewing angle. Its iridescent neck reflects emerald and sapphire tones, while the fan mixes ruby, liquid gold, purple, and sky blue. A chromatic explosion seemingly defying physics. The Peacock of the Last Valley's genetics are unique. It emerges from an extremely rare mutation, probably ancestral to all other exotic peacock variants. Its DNA carries patterns combining natural fluorescence, structural iridescence, and unusual pigmentation, a biological alchemy making perfect coloration impossible to replicate. Even the most renowned breeders affirm it is not just rare, it is virtually singular, a living masterpiece that nature chose to preserve with absolute perfection. Number 2. Celestial Ruby Peacock, the Walking Fire. If the Celestial Peacock was the sky incarnate, the Celestial Ruby is the sun in liquid form, fire that breathes, dances, and hypnotizes. Its feathers are not merely red, they carry the intensity of ruby, the depth of amber, and the sparkle of gold, all in a balance that defies human perception. Deep blue layers add contrast, creating an almost three-dimensional effect as if each feather were a jewel sculpted by time itself. This variation results from centuries of selective breeding, combining rare ruby peacock lineages with structural mutations of the metallic blue peacock. Each specimen is unique. No two are alike. Color patterns develop slowly, peaking around 4 to 5 years of age when feather luminosity and contrast reach perfection. This delicate process requires impeccable environmental conditions, specialized feeding, and continuous care of the bird's genetic health. The Celestial Ruby Peacock carries deep symbolism. In Eastern mythology, ruby represents life, passion, courage, and protection from evil. Gold symbolizes divinity and eternity. Together in a living being, these colors create the archetype of perfection, absolute power, and vital energy concentrated in a walking form. Its visual presence is overwhelming. When fanned, the Celestial Ruby seems to ignite the surrounding space. Each tail, eye, reflects light like tiny flames, alternating shades of deep red, amber, gold, and shimmering blue. The pattern's complexity ensures that each movement generates new color combinations, a never-repeating spectacle. As it walks, it seems light itself flows beneath its steps, transforming the ground into a glowing reflection. Historically, this near-legendary variation was first recorded in the late 20th century in specialized Asian and European breeding programs. Due to extreme breeding difficulty, few specimens exist worldwide. Each pair is highly protected and monitored, ensuring genetic rarity is preserved. Auction documents indicate a single full specimen can be valued at over $2 million depending on color intensity and tail symmetry. Number 3. Celestial Peacock, the sky walking on Earth. Imagine gazing at the horizon on a clear day and realizing that the blue of the sky decided to take form, gain legs, feathers, and life. The Celestial Peacock is exactly that. The absolute blue of the firmament transformed into a bird, so rare that many experts believe it belongs to another dimension. Its neck radiates translucent sapphire tones, while its body shows reflections ranging from deep cobalt blue to ethereal turquoise. Each feather seems painted with a divine brush, calibrated to reflect nuances that change with the daylight, creating a symphony of moving colors. The celestial peacock is not just a genetic variation, it is a masterpiece of nature. Originating from experimental crossings between pure-line Indian blue peacocks and extremely rare mutations affecting feather iridescence, it is nearly impossible to reproduce in captivity. Even the most experienced breeders affirm that only a small percentage of chicks in each generation achieve the perfect celestial blue. This means each celestial peacock is unique, carrying the genetic history of decades of care and selection. History and mythology surround it. In India, blue has always symbolized infinity, wisdom, and divinity. The celestial peacock, therefore, is not just a bird. It is considered an ambassador of the cosmos, a fragment of sky descending to remind humans of their own wonder and smallness. Ancient Javanese temple texts describe peacocks reflecting the sky at dawn, seen as messengers of balance between heaven and earth. The celestial peacock is thus a living bridge between the physical and divine, a constant reminder that beauty and spirituality can coexist tangibly. Its display is hypnotic. When it fans its tail, the deep blue creates the illusion of infinity, as if the sky itself folded into layers, each eye reflecting light like a cloud fragment or distant star. Subtle contrasts between light and dark tones give the movement an almost magical three-dimensional effect. As it walks, it seems to float above the ground, its intense gaze conveying both the calm of twilight and the energy of approaching storms. Its rarity has made it one of the most valued birds in the world. Pure-line specimens can cost between 1 million and 1.2 million, depending on color perfection and tail symmetry. Very few celestial peacocks exist in legal captivity, most living under strict protection protocols with specialized care for lighting, temperature, and diet to preserve the unmatched brilliance of their feathers. Beyond physical beauty, the celestial peacock carries priceless symbolic value. It represents absolute serenity, depth of thought, and the ability to transform the ordinary into extraordinary. Breeders report that its presence changes the environment. Sounds become clearer, movement slower, and light seems to dance differently around it. It carries its own aura, evoking contemplation of the sky on a clear summer day. Modern stories reinforce its myth. In 2015, a breeder in Japan recorded a celestial peacock whose sunrise display produced reflections so intense they were captured by high-speed cameras, appearing like digital paintings. Photographers and filmmakers travel worldwide to capture the movement of its feathers, each filament an arc of color that seems to defy physics. It is also a symbol of ambition and achievement. Its astronomical value and extreme rarity make it a trophy for collectors, but also an inspiration for artists, poets, and philosophers. It proves that nature can exceed any human expectation, creating something beyond price, classification, or scientific comprehension. Spiritually, it is the bridge between heaven and the human soul. Observing its feathers is meditating on infinity. Walking beside it is feeling small, yet privileged. It teaches that rarity is not only genetic, but perceptual. To truly appreciate beauty, one must open the eyes of the soul, not just the body. Number 4. Onyx Black Peacock, the living shadow of royalty. Among all the peacocks humanity has ever known, the Onyx Black comes closest to the perfection of darkness. It is not merely black, its feathers are a tapestry of liquid shadows, each strand reflecting deep violet, petrol blue, and shimmering charcoal. As it walks, it seems as if the entire night moves with it. Each step is silent, majestic, and its presence commands respect effortlessly. While the golden peacock shines like the sun, the Onyx Black rules like the full moon. Silent and mysterious, no light can diminish its charm. On the contrary, each ray only accentuates the depth of its color. It is a being of absolute contrast, the living manifestation of duality, beauty and power, silence and majesty, darkness and life. Originating from extremely rare mutations of blue and white peacocks, its genetics are complex and unstable. Creating a perfect Onyx Black peacock is a challenge that can take decades, requiring pure lineages, meticulous breeding control, and carefully planned environments. Yet nature reserves surprises. Occasionally, an Onyx Black is born with dark blue spots or unexpected highlights, making each specimen unique. a living, evolving work of art. Historically, black peacocks have always been associated with mystery and hidden power. In India, ancient records describe its appearance in royal gardens as an omen of profound change or significant court events. In Persian folklore, it was considered the guardian of secret treasures and forgotten wisdom. Its silent flight and piercing gaze symbolize attentive observation, vigilance over the invisible, and silent authority that needs no assertion. Visually, it is impossible to ignore. When it spreads its fan, the feathers expand in dense, deep layers, each reflecting a distinct pattern that seems to absorb rather than reflect light. The eyes on its tail do not shine. They gaze intensely, as if contemplating the soul of the observer. There is no colorful exuberance, only absolute elegance. It is dramatic minimalism, a dark aesthetic that transcends trends or fashions. It is eternal. In modern symbolism, the onyx black peacock represents self-mastery, mystery, and introspection. Collectors say its presence transforms the energy of a property, making it serene yet commanding respect. It is the peacock of strategists, of the silent, those who rule without showing strength. Every step seems choreographed with nature, a silent reminder that power exists in shadow, not just in light. The international market recognizes its rarity. Few specimens exist in captivity. A perfect onyx black can surpass $900,000, and only select breeders have access to guaranteed high-quality genetic pairings. But its true value is not in money. It is in witnessing a living shadow, elegant and ancient, gliding through the world with absolute sovereignty. Modern legends speak of the onyx black peacock. One specimen in Singapore reportedly synchronized the glow of its feathers with the intensity of moonlight, creating a hypnotic effect. Visitors described near-trance moments, seeing not only the peacock but the night itself taking shape before their eyes. Other reports mention its rare environmental sensitivity. Signs of danger or human agitation make its feathers ripple, as if it breathes in harmony with everything around it. Despite its imposing presence, the onyx black is social. It forms strong bonds with mates and raises offspring with almost obsessive dedication, passing on its rare genetics selectively. This combination of dark beauty and protective character reinforces its legendary status. It is not just a peacock, it is a guardian, a living shadow that protects its lineage and space. Compared to other peacocks on the list, the onyx black represents absolute sophistication and silence. While the golden attracts eyes and the ruby ignites passion, the onyx black commands silent respect and deep reverence. It reminds us that true majesty does not need to shine to be recognized. It simply exists and all perceive it. Number 5. Imperial Golden Peacock, the sun made flesh. Some say that before humans dreamed of gold, the golden peacock already walked, reflecting the brilliance of the sun itself. Its presence is a miracle in motion, a fragment of dawn that breathes. No other peacock carries so much symbolism, visual and spiritual power. It is not just beautiful, it is the incarnation of light, the living portrait of solar eternity. When it fans its tail, it is as if the world dawns again. Each feather shines in shades of molten gold, amber, and luminous copper. There is not a single dull spot on its body. Everything glows: the chest, the neck, the gaze. Under direct light, its plumage emits an almost metallic shimmer, as if God himself had hammered its feathers into pure gold. In shadow, it becomes amber and bronze, like a slowly breathing fire. This legendary variation is the result of mutations and crosses between bronze-backed and white peacocks, combining extremely rare recessive genes. Very few breeders have managed to maintain the color stability. The golden tone tends to fade over time unless the animal lives in ideal conditions, away from stress, humidity, and extreme sunlight. Ironically, the sun peacock needs shade to survive. The first records date back to the late 19th century, when a specimen was presented in Calcutta to British nobles. At the time, it was believed to be an entirely new species, not just a genetic variation. Newspapers called it the bird of the sun, and its image was reproduced in Victorian illustrations, jewelry, and tapestries. From then on, it became a symbol of royalty, wealth, and rebirth. In ancient India, gold was always associated with the cycle of rebirth. The golden peacock was considered the manifestation of the god Surya, the sun, and its cries at dawn were seen as the announcement of a new day. In Rajasthan temples, priests used golden feathers during harvest rituals, believing they attracted prosperity and fertility. In Imperial China, gold was reserved for emperors, and the golden golden peacock symbolized the mandate of heaven, the divine blessing upon those who ruled justly. Visually, there is no comparison. While the blue peacock enchants with the depth of its hue, and the white with ethereal purity, the golden one transcends both. It is the fusion of body and light, the promise that beauty can indeed touch the divine. As it walks, its feathers move like slow flames. When it spreads its fan, it creates a moving halo, a 360-degree explosion of sunlight. And at the center of it all, its gaze, calm, ancient, wise, seems to know all the secrets of the world. Scientifically, the gene responsible for its color is still under study. Some say the golden hue results from an unusual interaction of structural proteins that refract light differently, creating what is called structural brilliance, similar to butterfly wings. But there is something science cannot explain: why the shine seems to change with the animal's mood. Observers report that when the peacock is excited, anxious, or displaying, the gold intensifies, almost fluorescent. When it is calm, it meditates in softer tones like aged gold. It is as if the soul shines through the skin. The golden peacock is also the protagonist of countless modern legends. In 1978, a French breeder reportedly refused $1 million for a breeding pair, claiming that chicks were born with ordinary coloration but transformed completely at 3 years old, revealing full golden plumage. This phenomenon, called delayed coloration, adds to the mystery surrounding the species. In the UAE, there are records of golden peacocks treated as symbols of fortune and divine power. In 2012, a male specimen sold for $850,000, becoming the most expensive peacock ever sold at the time. Today, it is estimated that fewer than 15 pure specimens exist worldwide. All live in private properties, protected by security systems and constant veterinary care. But the value of the golden peacock goes beyond money. It is the myth of light that refuses to die. As long as a golden peacock exists in the world, so does the reminder that nature is capable of creating the impossible. It is the symbol of glory and humility, strength and fragility, power and ephemerality. Number 6. Crystal Peacock. Incarnate light. The crystal peacock is so rare that many believe it is only a legend. Its translucent plumage reflects all colors and none at the same time. When the sun touches it, it becomes almost invisible, as if made of glass. Genetically, it is the apex of leucistic mutations, a natural event nearly impossible to replicate. Breeders report that in every 1,000 chicks, only one is born with this ghostly glow. In spiritual symbolism, the crystal peacock is the manifestation of absolute purity, the final cycle of the soul that has reached enlightenment. It does not need color to be beautiful. It is the essence of light in living form. Registered specimens have sold for over $750,000, and many believe no price could represent its rarity. It is the peacock that transcended the rainbow, the boundary between the real and the divine. Number 7. Sapphire Blue Peacock, Prince of the Sky. The sapphire blue peacock is the epitome of elegance. No other peacock combines serenity and nobility so harmoniously. Its feathers appear carved from gemstones, reflecting the sky at the exact moment between day and night. This variation was cultivated by Indian breeders as a tribute to the sapphire, the most revered stone of Asian royalty. Its blue is deep, magnetic, and pure, without a trace of green. It is the total purity of color. Symbolically, it is linked to truth, protection, and divine wisdom. In the ancient East, it was believed that observing a sapphire peacock at dawn brought spiritual clarity. Today, it is one of the most collected peacocks by noble families in the Middle East, with specimens exceeding $600,000, a price worthy of a winged prince and a color that never ages. Number 8. Celestial Jade Peacock, Spirit of the Eternal Forest. Among all green peacocks, the celestial jade is the most enigmatic. Its hue is soft and translucent, as if molded from the very heart of sacred forests. It does not shine intensely, it glows with serenity. This variation resulted from selective breeding between green Javan peacocks and albino mutations that softened the color. The result is a milky, spiritual, almost supernatural green. For Eastern peoples, jade is the stone of harmony and eternal soul. Thus, the jade peacock represents balance between body and spirit, life in its purest form. Buddhist monasteries treat it as a symbol of enlightenment and use it in contemplative ceremonies. On the international market, a jade peacock can reach $500,000, but its true value is symbolic. It is the link between the physical and spiritual worlds, the green guardian walking between realms. Number 9. Electric Blue Peacock, Living lightning. Some say this peacock was painted by the sky itself. The electric blue peacock has such an intense hue it seems to emit its own light. Its blue vibrates like plasma, as if each feather stored a fragment of lightning. Discovered in genetic preservation programs in the United States, it is considered one of the most visually striking variations. Under artificial light, its feathers appear to glow neon, a natural effect, not chemical. In modern symbolism, it represents creative energy, vitality, and spiritual awakening. It is the messenger of thunder, the bird carrying the sound of the cosmos on its wings. Due to its rarity and genetic complexity, each specimen can cost up to $450,000, a small price compared to the pure power of electrified nature it embodies. Number 10. Ruby Peacock, nature's burning heart. When the sun touches its feathers, the ruby peacock ignites the air. Its deep red glows with golden and purple highlights, reminiscent of live embers at dawn. It seems born of fire, a creature carrying the power of rebirth within. This variation is among the rarest ever recorded, the result of extremely delicate mutations altering the balance of melanin and carotenoid pigments. The result is a red hue impossible to reproduce in any other bird. In ancient mythologies, ruby has always been the stone of the heart and passion. Thus, the ruby peacock symbolizes the flame of creation, beauty that consumes and renews. In Indian courts, its feathers were offered to princes as amulets of vital force. Today, only a few specimens exist in private collections. Its value, over $400,000. But how can one price fire in the form of life? The ruby peacock proves that nature can also ignite the impossible. Number 11. Royal Emerald Peacock, heart of the forest. The Royal Emerald Peacock is a spectacle of pure green, as if the jungle had materialized in wings. Its feathers display the exact shade of leaves lit by morning sun, and its neck shines with golden highlights, reminiscent of a leafy crown. This peacock is a direct descendant of the green Javan peacock, enhanced to intensify the brightness and saturation of its colors. Its gaze is penetrating, almost feline, and its posture regal, like a wild monarch reigning over the chaos of nature. In Asian cultures, green symbolizes prosperity and eternity. Therefore, the Royal Emerald Peacock is considered a guardian of the Earth's riches. Many treat it as a living talisman, believing its presence attracts fortune and fertility. Specimens bred under environmental license can reach $350,000 on the international market. It is the peacock of abundance, the pulsing heart of the forest transformed into living royalty. Number 12. Ice Blue Peacock, child of winter cold, elegant and almost translucent. The ice blue peacock is a living sculpture. Its feathers blend pale blue and pearly white, reminiscent of ice crystals under the sun. As it moves, it seems as if snowflakes melt across its plumage. This variation arose from crossings between white and blue peacocks, with genetic mutations that softened the original colors to the perfect balance of cold and purity. The result is a creature exuding calm, serenity, and silent power. In modern symbolism, it represents emotional balance, beauty born from control, quiet strength that does not need to flaunt itself. Thus, it is considered the peacock of sages and meditators. Due to the difficulty of reproduction and low survival rates of offspring, an ice blue peacock can cost up to $300,000. It is the portrait of frozen elegance, a fragment of winter transformed into life. Number 13. Silver Peacock, guardian of the moon. The silver peacock looks like it stepped out of a lunar dream. Its feathers gleam with the shine of moonlight over a calm lake, and its eyes reflect a translucent white that hypnotizes onlookers. At night, it seems to emit its own light, a pale and serene aura that makes it appear like a celestial entity. This extremely rare variation appeared in Europe from spontaneous mutations in white peacock lineages. Over time, it was refined to achieve the metallic tone that enchants breeders and photographers today. In many cultures, silver symbolizes intuition and mystery. The silver peacock represents silent wisdom, one who observes the world unnoticed, yet understands everything. In exclusive collections in Arabia and Japan, it is treated as a spiritual being, and its feathers are used in purification ceremonies. A specimen can exceed $250,000. It is the moon in bird form, the serene reflection of eternal night. Number 14. Rainbow Peacock, The Symphony of Light. No artist has ever managed to paint what nature created in this being. The rainbow peacock is the pinnacle of genetic combination, a festival of impossible colors alternating between turquoise, amber, lilac, and lime green. It is the result of multiple mutations, a fusion so complex that each individual becomes unique. Its fan is a psychedelic explosion reminiscent of stained glass illuminated from within. With every movement, the colors transform, and it seems as if the peacock is dancing with the spectrum of light itself. Bred in selective programs, it is considered one of the most difficult peacocks to stabilize genetically. Any error can produce malformed variations. That's why only a few breeders in the world master its creation. The rainbow peacock symbolizes fullness and the celebration of diversity. It is a reminder that every color has a role, and every difference is part of harmony. Its price can reach $200,000, but its true value is incalculable. It is the very manifestation of universal beauty. Number 15. Metallic Blue Peacock, Mirror of the Sky. Some peacocks seem to defy reality. The metallic blue peacock is one of them. Its feathers shine like blue steel in the sun, reflecting the surroundings like liquid mirrors. The intensity is such that under certain lights, it seems to emit an electric halo, as if forged by lightning. This variation was discovered through mutations in the Indian peacock, refined by generations of breeders seeking maximum shine without losing natural texture. The result was a living spectacle, a being seemingly made of light and sound. Its movements are elegant and calculated. Each step is a choreography of reflections. During courtship, when it spreads its fan, the metallic blue transforms into a shimmering ocean, each eye on the tail a star. A symbol of introspection and infinity, this peacock is adored by mystics and collectors who see in it a representation of the cosmos itself. At private auctions, it can exceed $180,000, and every cent feels worth it before such visual perfection. Number 16. Imperial Purple Peacock, the blood of the gods. Few have seen an imperial purple peacock, and those who have say it is impossible to forget. Its plumage displays a deep, almost mystical purple that seems to pulse under the light, a shade oscillating between wine and amethyst, evoking power and royalty. This extremely rare variation emerged from mutations in specialized Asian breeding programs, becoming the ultimate symbol of status. Its color is not merely genetic, it is almost alchemical, the result of centuries of selective crossing. In ancient symbolism, purple is the color of gods and emperors. Seeing a purple peacock was considered an omen of glory and ascension. Its presence in royal gardens was treated as a spiritual event. Today, each specimen can cost up to $150,000, many kept in private collections inaccessible to the public. It is the peacock of lost royalty, the heartbeat of an empire that never died, only changed form. Number 17. Spalding Peacock, the hybrid heir. The Spalding Peacock is the result of uniting two majesties, the blue and the green peacock. The offspring is a tall, proud creature with an emerald neck, golden wings, and flaming eyes, a worthy heir of both thrones. Originally bred in elite Florida farms in the 1950s, the Spalding was a milestone in ornamental breeding. It combined the Indian peacock's resilience with the Javanese peacock's chromatic intensity. The result? An animal seemingly made for tropical luxury. Its behavior is more alert and energetic than other peacocks, a wild heritage that makes it hard to tame. But this is exactly what makes it so desired: beauty with an untamable spirit. Today, purebred Spalding peacocks can exceed $100,000. It is the peacock of the new world, a hymn to the fusion of tradition and innovation. Number 18. Cameo Peacock, the Golden Ghost. Rare, understated, and deeply hypnotic, the Cameo Peacock is a golden apparition among peacocks. Its name comes from the resemblance to Renaissance cameo jewelry, where soft contrasts between light and dark created timeless figures. Its feathers range in beige, caramel, and matte gold tones, with hints of antique bronze. The absence of traditional blue and green is replaced by a palette of warmth and serenity. It is the sunset in bird form. Discovered by chance in American breeding programs in the 1960s, it is the result of a natural genetic mutation. Since then, it has become one of the most sought-after peacocks by collectors of rare shades. Culturally, the cameo symbolizes discreet nobility, luxury that requires no ostentation. Its price reflects this. Purebred specimens exceed $80,000, not for shine, but for quiet sophistication. Number 19. Opal Peacock, the iridescent jewel. Imagine a peacock that looks like it was made from gemstones. The opal peacock reflects all the colors of a living jewel, soft blues, silvers, and lilacs that change with the light. It's as if the sky itself were captured in bird form. This variety results from controlled genetic mutations developed in selective breeding programs in the United States during the 20th century. Each feather is an explosion of subtle metallic reflections, and its opalescent shine is so delicate it seems ethereal. Symbolically, the opal peacock represents rebirth and the soul's transformation, beauty emerging from change. It is the peacock of dreamers and artists, those who see the world in nuances rather than certainties. Its market value can exceed $70,000, especially when the color pattern is symmetrical and the shine uniform. Any light bends in its presence. Number 20. Black Peacock, the shadow of royalty. Among the rarest creatures in the bird kingdom, the black peacock exudes mystery and dark elegance. Its shimmering black feathers gleam like liquid obsidian. In sunlight, they reflect shades of violet, emerald, and graphite, as if the rainbow had hidden beneath an eternal night. Unlike its colorful relatives, the black peacock does not seek to be seen. It commands respect. Its origin lies in recessive mutations of the blue peacock, carefully preserved by breeders over generations. This rarity transformed it into a true exotic gem, a symbol of silent power. In some cultures, the black peacock is believed to protect against negative energy and envy, as if its feathers absorb all negativity. Its firm, almost melancholic gaze carries an air of ancient wisdom. Today, perfect specimens can surpass $60,000, kept in private reserves and palace gardens. It does not shout its beauty, it whispers it, and those who listen never forget. Number 21. Harlequin Peacock, nature's artist. Imagine a living painting made from fragments of all peacocks in the world. That is the Harlequin peacock, a rare genetic mix combining blue, green, white, and bronze in unpredictable patterns. No two are alike. Each is a unique work of art. The name Harlequin comes from its spotted, multicolored appearance, reminiscent of medieval jesters' costumes. But here, it is the bird that steals the show. When it spreads its tail, the contrast between dark and light patches creates a moving mosaic, almost hypnotic. This variation results from experimental crosses between pure lineages. It is also one of the most prized among artistic breeders, fetching over $50,000 depending on its color pattern. In modern symbolism, it represents diversity and beautiful imperfection, proof that chaos can also create harmony. Number 22. Green Javan Peacock, guardian of the East Wild, imposing and almost mythical. The green Javan peacock seems like a creature from an ancient tale. Taller and sleeker than the Indian peacock, its plumage radiates a deep green that shines like carved jade. It inhabits the tropical forests of Southeast Asia and is considered a guardian of sacred woods. In Javanese legends, it is said that the spirits of ancient kings inhabit its feathers. Its call echoes through the forest like an ancient summons. Deep, vibrant, unforgettable, extremely rare, and protected by environmental laws, hunting or trading it is forbidden in much of Asia. A legally captive specimen can reach $40,000, not just for its aesthetic value, but also for its historical and spiritual significance. It is the Peacock of Kings, a symbol of royalty and mystery. A jewel time tried to hide, but nature insists on revealing. Number 23. Bronzebacked Peacock, living gold. From the union of the blue and green peacock arose a metallic marvel, the bronze-backed peacock. Its body is a festival of golden and shimmering brown reflections, as if made of polished bronze under the morning sun. With every step, its feathers seem to melt into light. No two are alike. Some display copper tones, others resemble molten gold. Breeders consider it a living jewel and compare it to a sculpture of fire. This variety was created through selective breeding in ornamental farms in England and the United States. Today, it is a status symbol among collectors. A fully mature male can be worth over $30,000, depending on the metallic shine and feather symmetry. In ancient beliefs, gold symbolizes solar power, and this peacock personifies it, the Sun King in bird form. Number 24. White Peacock, The celestial spirit. Some say the white peacock is an angel disguised as a bird. Its pure white feathers, when spread, resemble a halo of light on Earth. It was not born from a mere mutation. It is a genetic miracle called leucism, which removes pigmentation but preserves shine and form. As it walks, it seems to float. Its presence carries something sacred, almost ethereal. In many Eastern cultures, it is seen as a messenger between worlds, a harbinger of peace and renewal. The white peacock has become a symbol of spiritual purity. In temples in Japan and India, it is believed that its appearance brings blessings. It is a favorite among collectors and breeders seeking absolute beauty. A rare specimen with completely white plumage and pearly-colored eyes can fetch up to $25,000 at private auctions. It is not the most colorful, but perhaps the most divine. Number 25. Indian Blue Peacock, the Immortal Classic. Amid ancient temple gardens and marble palaces, the Indian blue peacock is born, a living symbol of elegance. Its feathers shimmer in shades of sapphire, emerald, and gold, creating a spectacle that challenges even the light itself. When it fans its tail, the world seems to pause for a moment, as if nature is displaying its own signature. Native to India and Sri Lanka, this peacock is more than an animal. It is a legend in motion. During the era of the Maharajas, it was kept in royal gardens, guarded as a living jewel. Its slow, hypnotic courtship dance inspired poems, paintings, and even religious rituals. In Hindu culture, it is the vehicle of the god Kartikeya and a symbol of immortality. In Buddhism, it represents purity and wisdom, one who walks among shadows without staining them. Today, a purebred specimen can be worth over $15,000, especially if its colors have rare metallic tones. The Indian blue peacock is not just the start of the list, it is the starting point for an entire lineage of beauty. It is the original form, the first reflection of the rainbow in living feathers. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed our content, subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Also, check out other fascinating content appearing on your screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time.